Hey guys, coldbrew here. Welcome back to the test server with Eostrid Dream Song, right? We'll be testing her out today. Initially, I gave her a bad rating. That is the way it goes, right? When you get a kid off a champion and on paper, she seems average, right? For me personally, I don't find that she'll be useful in many other areas other than maybe some wave pushing and Hydra. Hydra, of course, is her top selling point, which is the theme with this champion launch for April, okay? I'm totally fine by that, by the way. Just give more options for good Hydra champions so people are not like, oh, I need the archer to have good damage. I need Acrisia to have good damage. I need, a great support, blah, blah, blah. You guys know the deal, right? You need multiple options. So when you get a summon, when you summon like a champion or when these fusions come out, you're satisfied with that because it can fulfill a role in the kit of champions you have. Because nobody out there is the same in terms of their account. Okay, I don't think there's an account that is exactly this. I don't even know the math behind that, even if it's possible to have an account that is exactly the same, just in terms of champions. Many will have similar champions, but I don't think anybody has the same ones with empowerments, awakenings, and all that. Anyway, Eostrid Dream Song. Why is she so good? Well, her idea is that she provides passive healing through just turn meter boosting, okay? And this has a 1 turn cooldown. That is a tricky part, and why I've built her in a relentless set, giving me that extra turn possible mechanic, plus the impulse set that now that it has changed to a 2 set bonus. I wonder on how good this is gonna be in terms of reducing our skill cooldowns by 1 turn. I find that interesting to say the least. She's got a speed aura for the arena, so again, you won't be able to use that, take advantage of in the Hydra. She's got increased speed, increased attack buff for 3 turns on a 4 turn cooldown, but it's basically a 3 turn cooldown because she also gains an extra turn. And then fills by 15% the turn meter. That allows basically for passive healing as she does the speed boosting every time, which is very nice. The increased speed is very good. Increased attack can be good. And then finally, she also has decreased speed debuff, which you want to have in many situations in the Hydra, and a weakened debuff, which is sometimes not easily achievable with the champions that you might be running. Also decreased turn meter by 15%. That's not going to be useful at all. I don't think so. And then finally, her sleep mechanic on the A1. It's okay, but it's not going to work for stuff like the Sand Devil. I built her with standard PvE masteries, okay, War Master, and then you get extension of buffs. It's standard at this point. You can possibly go for Arcane Celerity, so you forgo Heart of Glory and you go with Exalt and Death and this one, Charge Focus, so you get these two, and then you pick up Rapid Response and Arcane Celerity, those two instead of the Swarm Smiter, which is only 16 accuracy if you think about it, not that much. In terms of overall gearing, the stats I'm looking for is high speed 270, high survivability 60,000 health, 2.4k defense. I could have actually run more defense there. And then 372 on accuracy. For the Hydra, I think I have like 380. Not so many stats in there, but I do have some. Ignore defense and ignore and crit damage. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna go into the Hydra and test her out. Before that, I mean, you can possibly consider her as a Doom Tower push champion to help you. If you're looking for like a healer, you just throw her into the waves that you're gonna try and beat with any champions in there, really. Any damage dealers that you're gonna have, she's gonna be the support that will try to heal everybody and make everybody faster and apply decreased speed. So let me find her. She is okay. I would say though that other supports like standard ones like Seal of the Drake, I mean, it's still a great support for the Doom Tower, and I'm running normal right now. It doesn't really matter. It's just the mechanics that I wanted to show you guys on how this is gonna be cool. And then we'll see. Okay, look at that. That 4 turn duration, increased attack, increased speed. That is very nice. We got the extra turn. We immediately go and apply the decreased speed weaken. Then we apply the decreased defense, and then we would have our other damage dealers do their thing and most probably just clear the wave. Okay, you go into the next turn. Because of her shorter cooldowns, she'll get like 1 turn here. She does the sleep, but probably we would wake somebody up from these guys. If we hit it with like an AoE, we hit somebody here. And then once she gets her turn again, she'll basically have the extra turn mechanic here. So boom, we do that. Look at the big heal, 5,000, 4,500. Then the decreased speed. And now she basically resets the cooldown of that extra turn mechanic. So if you had another speed booster in here, then we would be healing by insane amounts over and over, even on the Doom Tower. But let's exit here. I wanted to show you guys the Hydra, all right? How she would fit in the Hydra. So how would I run her in the Hydra? Well, in the Hydra, I think she fits well in a specific setup, team setup, where you're not having a speed down champion. I have Krisk, but that is not something he always does. It's on his A1, but again, he's using his A3 for the provokes, using his A2 for buff extension. So we would take advantage of the weaken she has and the decreased speed. The increased speed she has plus turn meter field is nice. We also have CP to add on top of that. So everybody with the relentless gear that they have, my 2 damage dealers, Husk and Royal Guard here, should be pretty much at all times having that increased speed up buff. The double turn meter boosting also helps with more healing. There's more healing with Ugo. So I think this team would be relatively very healthy in the Hydra, which is what I'm looking for, right? I'm looking for a team that can survive long enough. We want to be applying the decreased speed as often as possible, and we want to have the provoke there, which I didn't open up with the provoke, so we're gonna get cleansed there, aren't we? Oh, Krisk actually cycled through with all that meter boosting. And I want to take note of the healing, so we'll see on how that does. Because it's her passive Life Bloom, is it? Let me see. When do I get a turn with her? Oh, we got our buff stolen. We had too many buffs there. So let's see. Let's just attack something here. Boom. With Krisk. Let's go for the provoke here. Nice. So yeah, we have a burst of spring. That is the skill that is going to be very important for us to always have on the decreased speed. We have them at 1 turn duration here, so that's going to be extended. And then we have Life Plume, the passive, which has the 1 turn cooldown. So now when she turn meter boosts, everybody tops up by a small portion of the turn meter boost, and then she gets the extra turn, so that resets. Okay, so we do the A2 now, and then the next time I have a turn meter boost skill, once she gets her turn, the passive will reset. So you'll have to have that in mind, that the passive will only be reset on her turn that she takes the next turn. Okay, so even though you might have been on cooldown, she needs to take her turn for it to go off cooldown. That's how it works. So team is working relatively well as expected with the caliber of champions and the gear that they have, especially on hard Hydra. You don't really expect things to go that wrong. The only problem that I have is my Krisk not being a good tank there for the mischief hit, but now it's down, so we should be okay. And constantly applying that weaken is a must-have. I would say another great thing would be to also, you know, consistently have the decreased defense on. So that is where Ugo comes into play as well, the block buffs. So my Ugo is also built in a relentless. Relentless is the way to go, honestly, if you are somebody who's just starting out building your Hydra teams. It's a very good set. It helps remove some of your buffs and then keep your mischief head target with the buffs. Okay, so that target usually will not have a relentless set. So alrighty, we hit like half of the 1 key required in 15 turns. Pretty good considering we also have like 2 damage dealers. Could actually run more damage dealers now that I think about it. I wonder though, would I still require Ugo? Yeah, if I had something else for defense down and block buffs, I wouldn't need the healing from Ugo. But we're doing very well now. Look at those extra turns, the healing that she gets, the refresh is there, the impulse set is there. Relentless though doesn't work when you get an extra turn ready mechanic from your skill set, so that's an argument against the relentless set. You could say, I don't know, Merciless 4-piece gives you that 30% chance. Reflex also gives you that reduction in cooldowns of your skills. Maybe that is better overall. But I find her actually pretty solid as a support. That's gonna help the majority of players entering into the Hydra. The Hydra, well, how can I say it? Is it really a contest when it's the Tron down the top? You can't even compete with Tranda. So it's just like going into the Hydra with her, using her to go into the Hydra and do some solid damage where before her you didn't have it. The AoE decrease speed is not something that you easily can acquire. So that is pretty good. I was definitely underselling her, I'm gonna say, from just reading her kit. So we want to get back our champion there. Getting hit. This Krisk is horrible at keeping his buffs up. We should get the 1 key pretty soon. We're doing about 500,000 per turn. Wonder how much healing she does by the end of this, just through the life bloom, just through that. There it is. There we go. Big AoE there. Let's just end the battle and see the damage recap. So for this hard Hydra battle, Husk did a 6.8, Royal Guard did a 5 million. Just like that. 2 damage dealers. She did a 2.9. Very surprising on her. I think that her AoE, maybe I was underselling the AoE from her. Maybe giving her 100% crit rate could be nice instead of just a ton of speed that I did. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth going damage on her. I don't think so. Because yes, she'll be attacking with the AoE all the time. But again, let's find her. But again, it's not like she'll be doing insane amounts of damage, right? With these stats that she has. In terms of arena, you can definitely use her. If you didn't go for Armands, like a Terminator Manipulator would be useful. But you're going to be facing like an army of Armands, okay? So you'll have to have that in mind. Let's see. I'll probably... This one's gonna be too fast. This one I cannot beat. Ooh, YST with his Armands is probably very fast. I wonder if we can beat that. Let's just see. Okay, so I could use her in this team, like Chimera for the speed lead there, plus sleep. We're gonna use Eostrid for additional Terminator manipulation. So we'll see how that goes. Also apply the weekend, hopefully. All right. And he's gonna cleanse, right? So that's gonna be annoying. All right, Arman's lost his turn. There we go. Big AoE coming through. Let's see the revive soon enough. Okay, let's boost again. Healing. There we go. Decrease speed. Let's sleep that guy. Although the AoE hit there, and then just kill them again. Why is he reviving all the time? My God, this is absolutely horrible. All right. Let's see. Boom. Terminator boost again. Increase attack. Although I don't need the increase attack in this specific scenario where I'm using Soulless as the damage dealer. I got the decrease speed. The majority of players out there will be running an attack-based nuker like Rathalos or something like that. Especially since he was free, or Sun Wukong if you've been playing for quite a while. Sun Wukong as a damage dealer instead. So she'll definitely be useful in that sense in giving you the increased attack. But again, you'll have Arbiter for that. So could she fit as a second speed booster? Well, where you have them speed tuned as Eostrid to go second? I think so. Overall, I still think that she is not like one of the top fusions, especially if you consider just the last one we had, the last fragment collection with a hybrid fusion we had for Armands. I mean, Armands is of course top tier comparing it to her for you know, any PvE that can be Terminator manipulated. And her, well, she's mostly going to be used for the Hydra. That's it for today's video, guys. Just a showcase of Eostrid. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.